Hi again, everyone. I'm once again Gwendolyn, and this time we will be watching season 17, episode 12 of Sister Wives.
So I am moving today.
Ooh.
I have a home. It's a rental.
She's leaving us and abandoning the family. Oh my god.
About a week ago, I got an offer on my house, but it fell through today. And people are coming today to look at it.
Oh god.
We're gonna load up everything.
It's Mitchell. I think I said this last episode that he said hi to me, and then I was like, oh no, I was actually wrong. That was next episode. We are now in next episode when he said hi to me at work, which was really sweet of him. He went over to help and he was like, what's Gwendolyn? And my mom was like, well, she's at work, I'm sorry. And then he went to work and he gave me a hug.
But I'm not going to be able to have enough room to take all of my stuff. I'm going to have to still come back. So we're just going to put everything in the garage.
Solid. We left a lot of stuff at our Lehigh house too, but we weren't able to go back to pick it up because they're kind of being exodused out of the state.
Most of the local family gathered together to say goodbye to Christine last night. It was extremely awkward.
It was awkward.
It was awkward and horrible. I have no idea what to do with it.
For the situation, they all did a pretty solid job. They handled it better than I would have.
Truly's stressed today. I know I'm moving her to better, but she doesn't know that yet.
Mitchell. All of my mom's girls are just obsessed with Mitchell. He's just so much fun to be around, and he's funny. We all get along very well with him.
As the news about Christine leaving has been more public, it shocks me how mean people are. And they're just like, why can't you be strong like Christine?
One person's choice does not have to dictate another person's choice.
Christine has her own value. I have my own value, regardless of Cody.
Exactly. That's so weird.
I have coffee.
Janelle! Nice.
I'll always be grateful to Janelle for how amazing she's been during all of this. She's been so supportive of me leaving. Thank you for everybody for coming this long distance.
It's the cheers. That's so cute.
Thank you for being one of my best friends, Janelle.
They're so cute. This is so exciting.
Thank you. See you later. See you later.
In another universe, they're in love and they're together. And I'm satisfied with that.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for a better friend ever.
Christine is leaving.
Oh.
I'm good until I think about it. So all of a sudden my whole world looks different.
It's hard to see people go.
I don't think any of us know what goes on now. We're just gonna have to make it up.
Ending a chapter is really hard no matter what.
God, I miss the house.
All right, lovelies, let's go. That's it.
Next adventure!
I love that. Tony just minding his business with the baby.
She's moving today. She's leaving. I really want to tell her I loved you. I loved you. Why did you betray me? I worked for this.
Everything that I was feeling before about being nervous, it's gone all of a sudden. This is what I was hoping for.
Okay, again, you're doing good.
Okay, this is actually kind of cute. I like they're oh, the end of a chapter, the beginning of a new one. Look at all the memories they had.
Times and great parties.
Oh, it's Noelle! She's so cute.
I'm so excited to just move on. Today, I get to be at home.
Good for her. That was such a cute little, I don't even know, chapter thingy.
Aspen! Hi, Lucy. Gosh, it just feels so overwhelmingly amazing. You ready to go see our new house? Yeah. Okay. This is perfect.
It's a nice house. I love the way she's decorated it.
Truly has 2 sinks.
It really has 2 sinks.
Huge mirror. There's a separate door to the toilet. It's pretty awesome.
Oh god, she's spoiled. I love it.
Oh, this is the other bedroom. Okay.
That's the guest room. That's where Bea and I sleep when we visit. Bless you!
It's cute. It's really pretty. Truly has picked a bedroom. It's helping Truly even be more okay.
Kind of excited for the new adventure.
Oh, that's one of my flower girls.
It will all be a lot of new though, that's the thing. Because it's definitely changed. It's totally different now.
They're so cute. Oh, my sisters are so beautiful. I love my beautiful sisters.
And then the master, so this will be mine. Ensuite. You know what it's called, an ensuite?
I taught my mom that term. I was like, oh, master bedrooms kind of have a racist background and a racist history. We usually call it an ensuite. I'm probably wrong. Or maybe it was one of the things. But anyway, I told her that. And she's like, oh, so what do I call it instead? And I was like, ensuite. And so every time she's called her bedroom a master, she'd be like, ensuite, it's an ensuite. I think she's so cute for that. Just being so careful, just to be polite. It's adorable.
This is now my room, and it's just mine. It just represents everything, so I'm just excited to have it be my space alone for a while.
Sister.
I'm still hand carrying water from the water source to my trailer from her back tap.
And then she would like do her laundry at our place too. Oh, that was so nice. It makes me miss the house so much.
Hey.
Oh, hi.
Well, I saw you walk in just as I was pulling by. Hi. How's it going, sweetheart?
To be completely honest, I do not like things that would be simpler in an apartment.
So I was here yesterday and I saw Christine off.
Janelle's shirt is a LuLaRoe shirt. My mom says she likes those kinds a lot. Would like the button up. I love button ups. As you can't tell.
Her offer didn't go through.
She said,
why don't we buy it? We buy the house, we build on Coyote Pass, you move into that house, we rent this house.
You're not gonna lie, it's a solid idea.
That's the plan with Robin's house.
I want a house. I'm ready to be settled.
Yeah, but we're a year from that, even if we start building right away.
I wish you took this house. I love it so much.
It would be 2 years of renting this to somebody else.
Oh, it's not a year.
Before somebody would not count that mortgage towards your debt to income.
I don't understand what that means. I feel like they need to explain it in like kids levels.
2 years, so what?
I'm not going to.
It takes a whole year to build.
No, I'm not going to. I can't even get a construction loan if I buy this house.
If Janelle wouldn't have bought the RV, she could have been able to afford the mortgage on Christine's house.
Maybe not.
But the whole point is I want to get her into a home. Christine's house is here, available and easy.
Good point. Plus, it's better than every single house ever because I love it so much.
The money I'd have to put as a down payment on this would basically almost pay off the land.
We can do both.
I didn't know that. Shoot.
I'm the one who gets the taxes to the accountant.
Period. Janelle's a financial, family member, parent.
And I'm just saying we could pay off the land.
Skimping on their grocery bills. I've heard that. That's like a thing. I don't remember where it came from.
We're in a position where we can't pay off that property yet.
Robin's a pretty good, middle ground. I'm interested to see, her opinion on this.
It's frustrating to me as well. All I wanted to do is get our butts out there on that property.
Butts out there.
Janelle has never discussed paying off Coyote Pass or the work onto Coyote Pass. I am more than willing to put money in that direction, but we have to have it to do it.
I just don't think so. I think it will slow me down, and once again, I'll be stuck in a house that is not the one I want.
Valid. I feel like a smart idea would to turn Coyote Pass turn Coyote Pass into a wedding venue or a venue. I'm everything's wedding right now. But yeah, I feel like that'd be a pretty solid spot too. I would get married there if it weren't ugly. They would have to put property on it. But yeah.
I want my
We're
own
moving
house
into a rental.
for 6 months because I don't want to stay out there in the winters.
And I don't want to live in an RV.
We don't have to. We can stay in town and rent. Dude, you have a house. You go home and you live in the house with Robin. I have no house.
You tell him.
When I sold my house in Vegas, I gave my money to Robin so that she could buy her house. That's just what we've done. We've always worked together.
Insanely generous. I love that. They're like a group, a good team. I like that.
I have no problem with the fact that I'm renting still.
I understand that you think you can't do both, but there's a way if there's a will.
There's a way if there's a will.
If she can't work with me to solve the problems, then she gets to solve the problems on her own.
Oh, geez. So exciting and heated. Wild stuff. Intense. I keep being oh, I love that house. I love that house so much. Every time Beatrice, we pass it or I talk about it, she's always do you want us to buy the house when we can? And every time I'm no, I don't want it. I think, honestly, it's just for show that I like the house. Maybe the memories. It's a gorgeous place, though.
There was a buyer, but they fell through. And now there's a new buyer. But I still have a lot of stuff there. And just for fun, Truly's going to spend the night in Janelle's RV.
Cute. Camping time.
So one thing that's been kind of fun about living out in the RV is we cook out often. All right, can you eat them like that?
Yep, I love it burnt.
Oh, okay.
I put it directly in the flame on purpose.
I put it directly in the flame on purpose.
Chocolate, graham crackers.
I'll have the regular.
This is so cute. Look at them hanging out.
I'm trying to show Truly that it's cool to live out here.
That's so cute.
We roasted marshmallows. We stargazed a little. Okay, this is the last time that I'll see you in a couple of months.
She's such a cute kid.
The house sold. They came in asking it a great price. So I need to finish clearing everything out. I'm optimistic that everything will be fine, but I don't know.
Christine truly is, in my head, the definition of a sister wife.
Aww.
You share a big portion of your life with.
So cute.
So yeah, I think we're still sister wives.
That's so cute. What would you call it? If not sister wives?
I haven't spoken with Robin or Mary since we talked.
Oh God, we get it. The scene happened.
All together. And I think that my relationship with them is just going to stay like this. The house is just so empty, and I don't like to be here. I would prefer to be anywhere else.
Oh, can't relate. I loved it there.
You put me back here, and I'm a wife in a loveless marriage.
Good for you. So far, I think I'm really enjoying this episode. The last two, I think, were kind of, I don't want to say boring, because that's like rude, but they were a little boring. And for a second I was like, oh, they're running out of ideas for this episode, and I was like, for this season, and I was like, let's just watch season 18 already. But it looks like it's coming back. Or maybe I was just like tired.
I've been working all morning just cleaning up yard work over at Robin's house and stopping over at Janelle's RV. She's got something she wants to show me.
Divorce papers.
Janelle and I have been living in this RV together for a while. It's been less than a picnic. So it's like, oh, we're just going to ignore the problems in the relationship. Carpet.
Okay, but that's what you did with my mom, and you're complaining about her being a problem all of a sudden. But now that you're complaining that it's happening with Janelle, there's a lot of double standards.
What are you doing?
Oh, I got the plans. Do you want to see him?
All right, that's awesome. Yeah. We've got a drawing here, a drafted drawing of the house. Basically, this is what we would take to a builder to have them bid it.
I'm actually pretty excited. So there's more than one copy here because we'll have to have multiple builders.
Oh my god.
But the basic look, right? With the pointed roof, the way you wanted it.
Ooh, I like the porch situation.
This house that I'm planning on building is only going to be 1,200 square feet, so it's small.
It looks like it'll be more than 1,200 square feet.
So I have a 3-bay garage, and then the house is going to be built up on top of it.
Oh, okay, garage.
So this has the existing lot lines. So I can build this because I fit in with it with all the right setbacks.
Yeah.
We won't build until we've done this subdivision.
This is typical Cody. Like,
just build it.
Things aren't going. Now all of a sudden, this is all my fault, and I'm somehow inconveniencing him.
She's doing a really good job. They've got the money to build this house, I think, and they've got all of the things that they gotta get. And I don't know if they need to divide the properties.
Divide the properties and get that 5th lot. We'd have to pay it off.
I know, I'm probably wrong, but I feel like this seems just so simple. Look at Janelle's like smart. Like, this all seems like a great idea, and like it'll work real well.
Janelle might be wondering if we're still going to have 5 lots, and yes, we would, because that's going to increase our value of the property by 20%.
I'll take his word for it.
I think he thinks he's some sort of guy who's going to build all these houses, rent them, and that's great. Just give me my piece.
She is working so hard to just build a house, and it's just not going her way at all.
It's just not there.
No, I feel like it could work. She's got the hope and the enthusiasm.
I live in a bureaucracy. Like, we do everything by committee decision. It's the most frustrating part of my life. Even though that's changed a little bit, there's still very intertwined pieces of our lives that we have to work together on.
I like it. I like the way they work together for everything.
These are our children.
I love babies.
And as those older children start to grow up and leave.
Oh my god, look at them. Awkward teenagers. I love it.
It stopped being our children. It started being my children and your children. It's not necessarily sinister, but the family's not working together anymore and hasn't for a very long time.
It does suck. I wish we had the big holiday again. I miss those. Robin's rental home in town. Oh, the Christmases were so much fun.
So yeah, I got to keep moving forward. So we need to meet with everybody and figure out if everybody's good with the dividing still, or...
There's an element that I'm struggling with here. And we've just gone through this entire COVID thing where I've been left feeling pretty disrespected.
Disrespected. I've been mistreated.
I'm not going to break my back to work for you when you don't respect me. I'm just not.
Janelle could break her back to get the project done herself. She's slay like that.
Men don't feel love from women who don't respect them.
I don't know what his definition of respect is, but the way Janelle acts around him seems very respectful to me.
If you don't respect me, don't bother with the love.
I think we should change around. If you don't want me to control every aspect of your life, don't bother with the love. I feel like that's what he really means. Because respect is different, and the way he defines respect is not like a universal definition at all. And the thing is, yeah, a lot of us don't respect him. He's right. But respect is earned. It's not given. It's not a gift.
Hey, so Cody's going to come help load the snowblower because it's just too heavy. I can't. But that's it. I can load the rest of it just fine.
I totally could. I'm so muscular and strong.
Order of importance, the snowblower, because I want the weight in the front of the thing.
Here's the thing, Christine. This weight, the weight of these items should go in the front because that's all your organization.
It's really solid of him to help. But it's up to my mom.
So I think she should put the boxes in the front.
I don't care either way. I feel like I don't have an opinion on this.
These boxes.
So you don't mind helping me with everything then? Oh my gosh, all I really need his help for is the snowblower. That's it.
This poor woman, I was probably at work. I couldn't even help her with my super muscularness. I feel bad.
Actually, we never had a snowblower in Utah. And
I know, but I have one now and I love it.
She loves it. Her neighbor snowblows for her. He like saw her snowblowing one time and he was like, you have a snowblower, that's really nice. And she was like, yeah, you want to use it? And he was like, yeah, if you let me use it, I'll snowblow your side too. And he does that now. And I think that's amazing. They have a beautiful agreement.
I wouldn't.
I know you wouldn't, Cody. I know. Thank you. I'm going to be in charge of this miscellaneous stuff. I can tell. No, I'm not saying right now, but I'm saying this trip.
All right.
Don't hurt the snowblower, please. Oh my God.
Yeah, she doesn't want to listen to actually good advice, so I'm just going to cram it all in here. She's proving that she's in the independent woman now.
You're just being so grumpy.
It bothered me to the core.
Grumpy.
I would start packing boxes around me.
Oh no, she has an opinion. How dare she? What's she supposed to do if she's not independent?
And frankly, that's one of my favorite qualities about myself, that I can do things on my own.
Yeah. He has 3 other wives. What's she supposed to do? Just like sit there in the corner and braid her hair?
Let's get anything soft so I can build up around these now.
That's adorable. He's so good at packing. He should start a packing company.
We've had arguments like this forever, but I was in charge. She's actually reversed the roles.
I don't think that's how it happened at all. It seemed to me that they were having a conversation.
I don't have to help you.
And she had a good point, and he was like, okay, we'll go with yours.
I'm struggling so much with this divorce. It's probably poisoning my relationship in a little bit. I haven't figured out what I am when we're not this family.
Woo woo. I'm surprised the trailer was big enough to take all that.
Thank you for your help.
See ya.
Thank you.
Hey, come on. Just because I'm sweaty, I'm the one that did all the work. Come on.
Wait, you did not do it all.
Love you. This is the end of an era for our family, and she's gone. She's done. She's called me a lot of things since this has happened. And I think she called me a coward once. And I kind of went, yeah, I've been a little cowardly. Maybe I should have actually told her that I didn't like her. But what I didn't do was I didn't quit.
Wow.
Love you. Bye-bye.
That is so funny. Oh my goodness. Didn't quit. I think it's more cowardly to be in a relationship than it is where you don't love somebody than it is to leave. Instead of experiencing heartbreak, I'm just gonna keep all my bitches around.
Next time on Sister Wives.
Oh my goodness. Oh, don't watch the next time thing. That feels like a spoiler. They're going on, like, it looks like they're going on a date and it's gonna be bad. Anyway, that looks terrible. A lot more eventful of an episode. It seems like we're watching the derailment of Cody and Janelle's relationship as like it's going downhill. It's kind of interesting to watch because we didn't really get to see that with my mom. Or maybe we did and I just wasn't paying attention because I wasn't watching any of the previous seasons. But it really feels like we're like watching the beginning of the end, which was kind of exciting. Kind of weird because I'm like, this is my family, those are my parents, is this any of my business? But at the same time, it's like, this is really enjoyable. I'm gonna keep doing it. And that's the beautiful part of having your entire life publicized. I think it was really like kind of nice of my mom to invite Cody or to invite my dad to help them pack up because he got to like say goodbye. He got to have a little bit more time with Truly. Like that was pretty solid. I probably wouldn't have invited my ex, but she's real for that. Very generous. And in the beginning with my dad trying to like convince Janelle to buy my mom's house, I totally get where he's coming from, but I also get where she's coming from. She's like, I don't want to live there. I don't want to buy a house, you know? She wants to put all of that money towards a down payment on where she actually wants to live, which is Coyote Pass, which is so valid. Anyway, I'm going to be reading the top questions for season 17, episode 12 now. Okay, I've got the questions selected out. I'm going to read them now. And if you also want to have any of your questions answered, you can leave those in the comments. So Elizabeth B says, in your opinion, do the spouses marrying into the Brown family, like Caleb, Tony, Mitch, Audrey, Michelle, Beatrice, etc., view the Sister Wives show and the fame that goes with it as more of a blessing or a curse? It can definitely feel like a curse for a lot of people because there are so many people out there who just know us and are privy to our information and have so many things to say about us. And if you're used to the way that people speak like about you when you're a public figure, it's not as hard, but for the people coming into the family, it can be really difficult because it's just a lot all at once and it's even about somebody that you love. Then Wendy Scherer says, what do you think about all the talk of patriarchy, manosphere, women being obedient, mocking the independent woman, about how women should respect men, aka treat him as if he is infallible? I could go on. Basically, how do you feel about your father being a massive misogynist? I'm just glad it's not something that I inherited, because that would suck. I think the way he was raised just made it difficult for him to get out of those ideas, which is not an excuse, and you can get out of the kind of thought that you think, but that's kind of opinions and thoughts tend to benefit him, I think. And I just assume that that's why he chooses to think that way. Thais Pereira, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. How do you feel about how your dad calls you and your siblings Christine's kids? I'm kind of used to it. I feel like it's an easy way to like differentiate which like subset of kids there are. I do notice that he calls Robin's kids his kids, like mine and Robin's kids. It's not specifically frustrating, but it is weird, and it's like clearly he has a preference. Alice Hunter says, I know that she likely doesn't know him, but is it true that your mom is first cousins with the biological dad of Robin's 3 oldest kids? Yes, and actually funny story about that. When I was in high school or middle school and I first learned about that, I used to always refer to Aurora as, since she and I are biologically second cousins, she's also biologically my sister, because we are, genetically related and we're sisters. So she is my biological sister, which I think is just cute. Denise Caldera says, did your mom intentionally put a Y in all her girls' names? Happy accident? She thinks she's poetic that way. The Y was intentional. She just thought it was cute. I feel like I would have to ask her if it was anything specific, but she just thought it was cute and she wanted her girls to have unique names. Sarah Reed says, do you and your mom ever talk about religion or spirituality? I know she left the church, so we do a little bit. It's not like an insane amount, because we're both like not sure what we believe in. She's probably more religious than I am. I'm a lot more atheistic, but we do discuss it sometimes, and like why she chose to leave the church and why I chose to leave it, and our different prerogatives about religion and Mormonism in general. I'm pretty sure she's actually the reason that I stopped liking Joseph Smith, which is sad that I liked him in the first place. She said something along the lines of he was like a creep and whatever, like the history of Joseph Smith. But yeah, she's like the one that like opened my eyes to that. Sarah John says, has Cody taken any responsibility for the things he has done and sincerely apologized to any of the kids, or does he still believe it's everyone else? I think he believes it's everyone else's fault. He does sometimes apologize for things, and he'll be like, I forgive you and I hope you forgive me kind of thing. I don't think that he particularly sees his fault in this kind of situation though. But according to all the people that I've talked to, he did reach out to a lot of us for Valentine's Day, which I thought was sweet. Precious Stegall says, I am so happy for your mom. Do you think you and your soon-to-be wife will possibly dance with the idea of moving closer to your mother? By Utah? Probably not. We're not in love with Utah just because it's stereotypical for Mormon County, and Beatrice doesn't believe in organized religion because of the way she was raised Mormon. And if you were raised Mormon, So probably not specifically Utah, but yeah, like Colorado maybe. But my mom's not really the destination since she lives in Utah, but we'll always visit because we love her. And then Kelly Taylor Minor says, do you see Janelle often? We know at this point her and Cody are separated, but do you still see her in Savannah? Yeah, not all the time, but we definitely see each other more often than I see other people. But yeah, we see each other pretty often. We talk very often. So I'd say yes. All right, and that's everything. So thank you all for your questions. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please consider liking and subscribing if you're interested in this kind of content. If you're interested in this channel or just supporting the channel, following definitely helps a lot. Or comment down below if you want to just say hi, or if you have any opinions about this episode. That is all for this one. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.